Yo, Breeze, man, welcome to the program, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
It's Esso and Hyneken and Esso live in
what's
full
good?
effect,
What's
man.
good?
Team.
Tag teaming, man. Last time we spoke, we was having a real smooth business talk, and
I was putting me on the game.
yeah, we was just talking about, how to get the things maneuvered and how's everything been going since that interaction
I ain't
between
gonna lie
us.
to you, it's been going good. I mean, I've been moving around, doing a lot.
Okay.
I took heed to a lot of the strategic things y'all was telling me to do. So it's been doing real good. I can't lie. Thank y'all.
No doubt, no doubt. So, what you feel separates you from the rest of the pack right now?
Versatility, my work ethic, and just I don't sound like everybody else that's running around trying to make music right now. Like everybody's stuck on one lane. Whereas like everybody on their drill shit right now. Don't get me wrong, I got a drill record. Yeah. That's just to show I could do that shit. But my lane is my ball work, just my structure and records, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like you could box me in. You could put me in the one lane, like, yo, this is all you could do. Nah, like I'll get on any type of record. Rap, R&B, Spanish, whatever you could think of. I'll make it work. So I think that's what really the separation between me and them.
No doubt.
I mean, is it a struggle for you? Because, drill is the wave currently right now, especially in New York, especially Brooklyn. And, when you think of New York, it's New York, Jersey, Connecticut. It reaches out. Is it a...
Nah, I don't think it's a struggle. I mean, because at the end of the day, my current record is a drill record, so it'll keep me in relevance, but that's not my entirety of work, like my lane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I go to put a project together, I'm not focusing on that on just that. Like, don't get me wrong, my Life's a Breeze for Narcos was more all drill shit, but it was just something I put together during the pandemic. Shit was shut down. I needed something to put out.
Mhm.
So I grabbed a whole bunch of beats and I just started. That drill shit is simple. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't require like nothing out of this world. It's just putting shit together. So I did that, and that's where I got Money Mitch from. So
Okay.
that's what I ran with, and it just so happens that at this time, that's what's going on. I mean, Money Mitch, I had this shit since November.
Okay.
So the producer who made Money Mitch is the same producer who did Pop Smoke shit.
Okay.
So I've had that Money Mitch beats from last summer when Welcome to the Party was popping.
Okay.
So that's where I took it from. But I didn't release it till damn near November, and I didn't shoot the video till like March.
Okay.
So it was it fell in place at the right time, I could say.
Okay.
So that's really it.
So, where do you gather your inspiration from? Is it a person or is it actually something?
Life, shit that I've been through, shit that I've seen, shit that I've been around.
I mean, what's the foundation? Like, what are some things you went through that solidified and created the core structure of Breeze?
I got serious, you could say 2006. I dropped out of college my senior year. I wasn't playing ball no more. And I just ended up, I was on the street and I was just getting into shit where it was like, could have cost me a lot. I'm like, and then I was out of school, a group of my boys started rapping, I started rapping with them, and then it's just like, as time went on, people just started falling, and I just kept going. So it's like, by the time 2011 came around, I dropped my first project. I dropped 24 tracks, which was like Garden State Mixtape 1. But that was a collection of all the work I did from like 2006 and on. Mm-hmm. So it was like, I put all that together. That came in my first project. And then it was like, people started looking and shit. So I was like, all right, maybe I got something. You know what I'm saying? I kept moving. Until, 4 or 5 projects later, I'm sitting here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but inspiration-wise, I would say it's just real life shit, pretty much. And I was always into rap since I was a kid. You know what I mean? My brother used to come home. My older brother used to come home with the CDs. I'm talking about 93, 94, Big, Redman, shit like that. So I was always
hearing it.
I was always hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So I was always into music. It just so happens that once one situation ain't fall, I ended up in another, and you know.
With the way music is so like fly by night right now, how do you plan to impact the game?
Being different, being me, at the end of the day. Because I look to me, I always look at it like this: if you got to play a character, eventually that character gonna die. So you're gonna have to be somebody else, and who better to be than yourself? At the end of the day, you're gonna have to keep music gonna keep changing. All you're gonna have to do is adjust and reinvent the shit for you to stay relevant. At the end of the day, to me personally, so I look at it like as long as I keep doing what I'm doing and stay in my lane, shit's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to be this, be that, you know what I'm saying? Like you know how niggas be like, oh shit, this is the wave that's popping. I'm gonna go fuck with this shit, and then when that shit is done, they be like, all right, I gotta do something else. Like nah, I ain't with the shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this is gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? I'll adjust. I'll do what I gotta do to keep myself in tune and relevant. But other than that, I don't see nothing different.
I mean, what made you drop out of college, and what sport was you playing?
So the backdrop to this was I was a Division I basketball player. I'm talking about back in the day. So what happened was I was a McDonald's All-American nominee, state of New Jersey, 2001.
Okay, that's the same time.
DeJuan Wagner.
Yeah.
Number one player in the country.
Mm-hmm. Dropped 100.
Yeah, dropped 100 my junior year. So I was one of the nominees for the state of New Jersey. I was ranked number 9 out of the top 100 in the state of New Jersey. So now what happens is, fucked up, I ain't got no grades. Ended up going to JUCO. Went to a JUCO in Jersey for 1 year. I transferred out, went to a JUCO in Kansas for 2 years. Now, I worked out with the Memphis Grizzlies, 2003. Dude who was the head scout, Scotty Adebayo, his pops used to be the coach of the Liberty at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He flew down to Jersey to work me out or whatever. They tried to put me on the practice squad. They couldn't get me on. They ended up sending me out to a school in Kansas. When I went to a school in Kansas, I ended up losing my scholarship a year and a half down the road because at the end of the day, NCAA is a business. Coach got fired, and the new coach bought you allowed 6 out-of-state scholarships in these JUCOs. They bought their own 6 players. I ain't found out I was getting my scholarship back to the last day of school when I was flying home. By that time, it was too late. I couldn't get into no other school. I ended up coming home and I ended up fucking off. Start getting in the streets, start rapping, doing extra all wild shit, you know, and then next thing you know, I ended up going back to school like a year and a half later. When I got to school, shit, I was already out of sync. My mom was already somewhere else. I'm selling drugs, doing all types of shit on campus. And I got put on academic probation, then I got suspended. So when I got suspended, they sent me home for a year. After that year, I never came back, and that's when I started rapping. And it's been history ever since.
That's similar to almost like Esso's story, too. Real shit.
I lost my scholarships for stealing at 5-star basketball camp.
At PA?
Yeah. Like, yo, we was there. Yo, listen, they still gave me my defensive player of the year and all of that type of shit, but I was down there. This was a long time ago, too.
Played against AI, man.
And I was down. I played against him, Jamal Robinson. Rafa was in my. Me and Rafa played ball. Like Rafa took me to young life. Like Rafa, Shaheem Holloway is family to me. Like
Shaheem
me,
that dude.
like me and Shah my best friend to this day. You know what I'm saying? We both from South Jamaica. You know what I mean? Yeah, but they bust him out of Queens to St. Pat's. Yes, and
yo, that bus every day to St. Pat's. That shit was a
they took him from Queens, and he lives with Brevin Knight family and all of that.
Brevin Knight,
tough.
Yes,
him, Brendan Knight,
and play ball. Me and Shaw, if Shaw would have made it to the league, I was gonna manage him. So when he broke his shit in that tournament,
sad,
that was tough.
That was the craziest part. But yeah, we was all at 5-star, and I played for a school on 135th Street, so they put me with the Uptown and Bronx niggas when I got there. But I'm from Queens, so the Queens niggas kicked everybody out the bunk and all that, and I wound up going to they bunk. You know what I'm saying? So all of us was stealing, my dude.
Like, it just so happens you got caught.
No. I didn't get caught physically. We all got caught because one dude, like, Yo, we was stealing so crazy and thugging the shit out, like telling niggas like, yo, if you tell niggas, it's gonna smash you.
Smash you.
Straight up, right? Straight up, because we was a mob. So you had niggas, you know, tough niggas from, you had Bubba from Virginia and all that, but he didn't have 30 niggas with him.
30 niggas with him.
We had 30 niggas with us from Queen. So you know what I'm saying? So we all running around. So we taking basketballs from 5 Star. We robbing the motherfucking canteen for the sweatsuits. Yo, we stealing niggas. We stealing niggas Nintendos and all that. So guess what? They couldn't catch niggas. So they said somebody stole John Thompson basketball ring. Cause we there with John Thompson. They said somebody stole John Thompson's championship ring, so we got to strip search the bunk. We didn't even understand that nobody stole this motherfucker ring. They was coming to catch whoever was stealing, and somebody finally said it's them Queens niggas, bro.
Oh,
yo, they strip searched the bunk and all that. Took everybody's scholarship away and was like, yo, this y'all might as well go home. But listen, you made top 40, you made All-Star, and you made whatever, so y'all can stay and play. So I said, I'm gonna fucking stay and play. You know what I'm saying? I got my trophy and shit and went home, and my coach first day of school was like, yo, B, like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas was stealing.
Yo, who's the toughest nigga you played against that we would know?
Damn. Hold on. Toughest nigga I played against? Damn, you gonna make me go in the archives. Who? I've seen a lot of motherfuckers, like probably Tony Tate.
Yeah.
He was ranked number 3 in Jersey in my class.
Mm-hmm.
He went to he was at St. Anthony's.
Okay.
Coach Riley. Coach
all right.
with Hurley. Then he ended up going to broke his leg his freshman year. He ended up transferring out to Marist.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up playing at Florida International.
Okay.
But there was the AAU circuit was fucking retarded.
Yeah.
When I was 12, I seen Vince, Kobe, and Garnett in Disney World. Fucking
going at it.
Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about? I was 12. I'm looking at these niggas. These niggas 17.
Mm-hmm.
Look like grown ass men.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who else I seen? Shit. I played at the national tournament in Disney. I won the state tournament. My 17-year-old team won the state tournament in Jersey. 19-year-old, the same 17-year-old team won the 19-year-old. Came in second in the 19-year-old tournament. Like, but the AU circuit at that time was ridiculous, and the shit was that there wasn't. Yeah. I think there would be so many more players that would be in the league if there was the social media presence there is now, and the camera, like the cameras at the way it is now.
Yeah,
like the visibility. I think there'd be so much more motherfuckers in the league. Because I think niggas before was way more, not the shit on the young niggas, but I think the niggas way before was way more talented.
Hell yeah.
Than the niggas now.
The game is different.
The game was different.
Yeah, I was trying to tell my man that. Yo, tell my man that. I be telling him, you can fuck niggas up. I told him.
What's
I be telling him, you can fuck, yo, dog. I told him.
Let me tell you this.
Yo, we got to get into the whole shit, though. But I try to tell him, I said, yo, when they took hand checking out the game, they changed the whole game. I said a dude can hand check you all day, and you not move. Yo, walk around with you, son.
But let me ask you this though. We see Jordan come in the league, do what he's doing, right? How many niggas could run and jump like him? Maybe 2 in the whole league.
Who? Dominique was more athletic than Mike.
Yeah, but let's give you one.
It was other athletic dudes. You had Larry Nance was athletic.
Larry Nance.
It was athletic dudes. John Starks was athletic.
And he ain't dunk on Jordan, so I don't want to hear that shit.
Yes, he did.
But there's at least
a Knicks
8.
Fan.
There's at least
definitely.
There's at least 8 John Starks per team though that can jump and do what he was doing in today's game. Easily.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
But that's what they're letting in the game. Like, we didn't like those niggas like Kenny Skywalker. They didn't have no skills, and with hand checking, because with hand checking and rules being different, they couldn't get it off. There were dudes that could run it. No, there were dudes that were running and jumping like these young kids are now, but they wasn't letting them in the game. I'm telling you, there was no use for them because the game was different. It was formal. It was like hand checking was involved. You could fuck niggas up.
Yeah, that's no skill though.
You had real centers.
Charles Oakley couldn't play in today's NBA. He couldn't.
Yes, he could. This man Oakley's out here.
You know what I think the difference between now and then?
All he would do is rebound and fuck niggas up.
You know what I think the difference between now and then? back then there was more grown men playing than now.
Definitely more grown men.
Like
they was getting drafted at 24, 25
yeah,
years
like
old.
niggas was going through a whole
Kids
4
is
years
18,
of college.
yeah.
Niggas in the 17,
Mike
18.
Mike stayed for 3 years and didn't have to. Stayed though.
Niggas back then, you come across that lane, niggas hitting you with that elbow.
Yo,
Yeah,
son,
but that's not no real bad. That's thug nigga shit,
but
though.
what I'm saying is, it's hard, dude. These were dudes that was nice. That's how the game was.
But that's because a lot of them niggas was thugs.
Niggas like Barkley would average like 40 right now. With the game open, Charles Barkley would average 40 on these herbs.
Right that's why I say like niggas like LeBron, like I like him, but I just don't think like when you compare him to Mike, he a better all around player because of his physicality and everything. Like he was built in a fucking lab. But killer instinct wise, it's Mike, and then the closest thing to Mike is Kobe.
And you take.
I'm gonna tell you who's another killer that people don't even talk about. Larry Bird, son. Because when he had his foot on your neck, you was not getting up.
Let's talk about this. If Kobe's the closest thing to Jordan, everybody say that. Even at his wildest season, he could only put up, 34, 35 a game.
Who?
Kobe. And his highest average for a season was 35.
You see, but the streaks that he had.
Yeah, but...
And you saying only 35 points a game is a...
Yeah, but
put that on every night?
But let me ask, but if you take everybody that's done that, it's still a handful throughout the generations. There's just certain dudes, no matter what era you put them in, they're getting busy.
I'm sorry, but I think you take LeBron and you put him in that era, he's not getting busy.
I try to tell him.
You know why? You know why? Not because of athleticism and shit like that. I think because of
I try to tell him.
Killer instinct.
But we're talking about talent and skill. Right now,
talent and skill, head over heels.
So do you think right now, LeBron, you think Charles Oakley on the perimeter is stopping LeBron James?
He wouldn't be checking LeBron.
Who would be checking LeBron?
It wouldn't be Oakley.
No. Who would be checking LeBron at 6'9", 250 on the perimeter?
Tracy McGrady. Vince Carter. Because they was playing there.
Yeah, and you think
Vince Carter don't play no D.
Yeah, Vince Carter. Yeah,
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady will hold him.
You think Tracy McGrady could stop?
You know why I say he will be able to hold him?
You do know he played against these niggas,
yeah,
though.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Why I say he'd be able to hold him? Because
he played against them later as well.
Instinct.
Yo, LeBron came in 03.
LeBron the type of nigga that, his body and his skill set, he should be like, my man, I'm putting you through the fucking rim every goddamn time I get the ball.
If Michael Jordan had his physicality, 6'8", 6'9", and all that, bro, it would have been 10 straight rings. Nobody would have been able to come out to play.
I'm looking at it like this. He came in 03. McGrady was still bussing from 2000.
I remember he got hurt too.
When did he get hurt?
Well, I think
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, that was like 05, 06.
Okay, I mean, LeBron got drafted
in 03. Yeah, but you comparing a damn near 30-year-old dude to a kid that's fresh out 17, 18 years old.
But 04, I was living in Orlando. McGrady was still killing in 04.
In Orlando. By the time when he got to Houston, he started slowing down.
Yeah, but in that stretch, they have a game when LeBron's a rookie and McGrady's there 03, 04, that stretch, and he was killing McGrady. So McGrady came in at 17. So McGrady was 25 at that time. Because I go by, let's say this, is Ron Artest one of the real dudes that really
defenders?
Yeah, and he said out of his own words, at 17 years old, we could not stop him. He said we were hand checking him, and he murdered us as a senior. He
did say that.
Yeah,
I know. I seen him at ABCD.
Yeah, but that's
my senior year.
And
he was a sophomore.
Yeah, and Ron. That's he embodies the essence that we all came up under. You get what I'm saying?
I seen Bronny at. I was 18, going to some of my senior. I was about to graduate at ABCD. He was a sophomore. Him, Chris Paul, Dwight Howard, Joakim Noah. Everybody was there, and LeBron wasn't even the nicest nigga there. Lenny Cook was.
Lenny Cook. Yeah, we all know that.
That's my man.
That's his man.
Exactly.
But you know
Lenny came back. Lenny came back when he transferred to Old Japan. His first game back, he had 46, and they got him the fuck up out of there. He was too much. He was too big.
Yeah. Y'all both on the circuit. Then I was differently. I heard a story. Tell me if this is accurate. Because, when Lenny played against Braun, everybody goes about with the crazy crossover Lenny put on Braun. But from what I was told is because Braun was a sophomore, when they seen in that game, Braun dropped 25, 9, and 6. And that's when everybody was like, who the fuck is that? How the fuck he put 25, 9, and 6 and no one else was killing? And
he was already on the cover of the Slam at this point. So it wasn't like he was a nobody. LeBron was already on the cover of the Slam.
Lenny was just a different character. He was in Brooklyn. They wasn't putting a highlight on Lenny. He was.
Remember what Lenny said?
Another thing that happened with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen the documentary, which is a real fact.
Yeah.
Every time after that, LeBron ran into Lenny.
LeBron
Lenny
won.
got sacked. He didn't even play.
Oh,
Lenny
yeah,
got
yeah.
sacked.
He got sacked. Oh yeah, when they even in the fucking when they went to play for the summer league.
In the summer league,
he
with
played
the
for the Celtics. They didn't let him play.
They didn't let him play.
But Lenny was a different wild card. They wasn't like he was with the rapper. I interviewed him, so me and him talked about it too. Because when we went out, I was like, "Yo, be on the show, whatever." I interviewed him on our live, and we talked about mad shit. And he just was like, "Yo," like he was really the only dude that was with the rappers. And then he said right on the show, he said, "AI told me." Yo, they wasn't gonna let you win, bro, because of because of the experience that they had with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
he took that bread on top of the fact that's what solidified where they were gonna fuck him over. They knew he took the money,
bread, and it was easy. And then he got into the car accident and fucked his leg up, and that's really what fucked up everything.
So now they're looking at it. He took $300,000. So they're like,
all right, you good?
And then you running around with Zab Judah, all these other niggas. So they're like,
so you good?
You good? Yeah. You're gonna be all right regardless. You took the bread.
Yeah, so you good.
So now it's like,
do you miss basketball though?
Like a motherfucker.
So you don't play no more?
I got back surgery like in April.
Okay.
So I can't even do shit right now.
I still run around.
But I still like
miss it.
we the only two brothers in Hudson County to score 1,000 in high school together.
Okay.
Well, I graduated.
School you went to?
Which is I went to Emerson and Union Hill, which is now Union City High School. Okay. They combined and they turned it into one.
Okay.
So it was like,
what's the parallels between ball and rapping? Like what's the highs, the lows, the vibe it gives you?
To me, it'd be the rush.
Mm-hmm.
Like that rush with like getting in the booth, putting shit together is like coming down the fast break, hitting a nigga with a 1-2. That's just what it is to me. Mm-hmm. Like just how I feel. Like basketball I play off instinct. Mm-hmm. Like it was never a thing where it's like, oh, you know how motherfuckers be like, oh, you're gonna have to practice these drills. No, my drills came in game. Built off a reaction, shit that was just happening. Not like, oh, we're gonna do this drill, we're gonna do that. Nah, it wasn't even no shit like that. That's what more like in rap would be the same shit where it'd be like, there's no specific structure. I go the way the shit goes. Whatever way the record swing, that's the way it swing. Mm. So if you gotta come down, hit a nigga with a 1-2, bang bang, you gonna get yours. my thrill and my glory of the game is knocking niggas down. If I catch you with that 1-2 and I catch you with a cross, I'm trying to drop you.
Let me ask you this. So this is the running debate. Which would you rather have happen to you? You fall or you get dunked on?
I ain't had either or.
I
dunked on a lot of niggas, but I never got dunked on.
I got dunked on one time by this nigga Spider in Brooklyn off the rebound.
He get up.
Yo.
I seen him at Shit in Harlem. Man.
Yeah, I ain't seen him in years.
Kingdom.
Yo, I'm boxing him out the technical way because I'm a small guard, so I'm boxing him out, and the ball is right there. Now I couldn't jump. That was my problem. I could shoot. I was fast. I was strong, but I couldn't jump. Right. So I had to box niggas out. So I boxed them out. But back then I could jump a little bit because I'm younger. So I at least could jump to rim height. I can't dunk, but I can jump and touch the rim, right? I'm jumping to grab the ball. All I see is a motherfucker take it out my hand and bang it. Yo, I turned around and was like, I never got dunked on. So I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
And you hear the ooh, you like, yo, what the fuck?
Yo,
Niggas
what the fuck happened? I'm like, oh, this nigga caught me. And he's like, yo, oh, my bad, but I had to do it.
Nah, listen, I got hit. I got hit in high school, my senior year, playing against like one of the worst teams in the county. It was more like the bummy teams, like they let me play 5 minutes, take me out. Just so happens 4 minutes and 30 seconds before I come out the fucking game, some little white kid did some, and me fucking around, I bit. I fell right back on my ass. I sat, you know how you sit? I sat down. I said,
Yeah. Oh.
nah. I got back up. I was like, yo, listen, you gonna pay for that one. Coach was like, nah, you coming out the game. I was like, nah, you can't. I can't even get my revenge on Shorty. He was like, nah, you coming out. Beating these niggas by like 50.
Yeah, I got caught up.
But getting dunked on, nah, I ain't condoning that.
Nah, I'm not either, but it happened. I'm not gonna lie. Spite, he took this shit out my hand, bro. Like I'm up here going up with 2 hands, and I had like, well, I was about to touch it. He was jumping so high, it looked like he lifted that shit up and banged that shit. Word to my mama, yo.
Let me get that.
Anybody that you played with that could actually rap at a high level?
None that I know of, to be honest with you.
So where you want to take this thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's your next step? So you've been dropping projects. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Now you taking the steps that you doing press, doing consultations, making moves based upon the content that you have. Cool. What's your next step? Are you looking to get signed by a major? Are you in cahoots with another rapper and you just trying to, build your name up to fuck with them and drop the project? What's the plan?
I mean, the ultimate goal is to get signed by a major.
Okay.
To be honest with you. Like, you're not doing this just to, for fun. I mean, it's all fun and games, yeah, but at the end of the day, you got to go. And that's why I've done everything I've done, I've built up. Like, I got 5 projects I've been dropping since like 2011, but I'm building anticipation with every situation. So I try to shoot as much content as I have, as much video as I can. So when it's time to come to the table, I'm like, here, I don't need nobody to hold my hand. I'm saying I got the total package ready. I got all my videos, I got all my projects, I got songs, all my shit is registered. Everything is cool.
What about? Oh, go ahead.
No. This question is gonna lead into him. Are you looking for a particular type of deal? That's what it sounds like, or a partnership, because he's gonna put you on what to do. Then,
to be honest with you, I would rather a partnership because it's not like, so you're looking at it like, if you're taking a sole deal, it's like they're holding your hand. So you say. I look at it like a partnership, like we could both eat off of each other, not as long as like I'm going to get a deal and it's like, oh, they're only eating off of me. So it's like I'm a slave to this shit.
No offense though, but they don't worry about how you looking at it. So
of course
you got to come in there knowing basically what you want to have. So if you coming in with projects, the first thing that you want to do, everybody talks about record label. Record label is a lot of responsibility. That's a lot of bill paying. So I recommend that you go in there, you have projects, you get a production deal. Then a production deal, they'll give you the money, you do the production, and then they help you market the strategy. And how you get around that is you ask them for something called a discretionary fund. They give you the discretionary fund, so whatever you think that you need to pay for, say you have a relationship with us.
Okay.
And you say, yo, I know y'all people doing marketing, but I want to give Bag Fuel $5,000 and let them do their marketing the way that they do their marketing. You can take it right from your discretionary fund. They go from $25,000 to $50,000 to if you blow up 100, 200, 500,000. It all depends.
So use your own people.
But you can. Yes, because you have relationships. Like you build relationships along the way. You don't want to lose the relationship to help you get to where you got to go because that's your foundation. You need your foundation to stay getting paid so you can stay up here getting paid. So when you move on, it's like most people move on and then they be like, oh, well, I graduated from this shit, right? Yeah. But you still coming back around in this shit in some shape, form, or fashion. If you blow, you gonna see us again. So it's like, just gonna be a different look. That's all. Yeah, so if you fuck around and fuck us over, you gonna look bad. Plus, if you get the money and you come back and be like, yo, I appreciate what y'all did or what y'all do, huh? I fucks with y'all. Do some more shit for me. Hook me up with more people. And because I got another project and my record label doesn't get me, this is what I'm doing myself. you know what I'm saying, to make them go so they can keep going. That's how the major people stay lit. They have a discretionary fund. So you can't stop that. Once you give it to me, I'm getting it once we're doing a project. So now I can take my money and fuck with people that y'all might not take care of. You follow what I'm saying?
Do they gotta pay the discretionary fund back?
Nah, it's a part of the whole. It's a part of the whole deal situation. So once you
So that's
sell
really
records,
you asking for it.
they'll recoup it. You know what I'm saying? You let your lawyer deal with that. You shouldn't have to pay the discretionary fund. This is all legal stuff and that leads into my next question. I was gonna say, what's up with your team? Do you have one?
To be honest with you, I just got a manager right now, and that's it.
Okay.
Everything else, well, I mean, I got my engineer, shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about business team, so you don't got a lawyer?
Nah, I ain't got no lawyer.
You and your manager need a lawyer. Period. He needs his own.
No, he got one. I don't.
Well, you definitely need to have one. The lawyer is key because it helps you and your manager know what y'all doing. Because once y'all get somebody give y'all some shit, what you gonna do? Find a lawyer then?
Yeah.
Nah, because it takes time to find a lawyer, like it takes time to find your manager and people that you trust. You know
that's why I've stayed by myself for so long. Because it's like, who can you really trust? And half these niggas is doing fuck shit anyway.
Yeah, but you looking for somebody smart that's gonna give you the information.
Exactly.
That's all that you looking for. You ain't. I mean, us as whatever race and nationality that you are, every nationality but white people seem to think that we have to be family and close to do business. We don't have to be. You just have to do your job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. Do your job,
and I'll do.
And we good, because I might not want to see me. I'm not the chill dude. When I leave here, I got my wife waiting on me. She gonna be late to wherever she going. You know what I'm saying? But when I go, I be with my wife. I be with my family. The only person that I be around still in the pandemic is Clue. And when I come here with Hyneken, and I work out with Clue. That's it. I got one cousin that bike rides with me.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just hit 15
you know
miles
what I'm saying?
yesterday.
20 miles
I
a
ain't
day.
there yet, B.
I'm doing 20 miles. I did 20 miles this morning.
I'm getting there. I'm doing 15, 16.
You're gonna have to, because I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna leave you with this, and he can ask whatever he wants to close out.
Yeah, we're gonna close out. Yeah.
Being in shape is a major part of an artist. Okay, and this is just real.
We were just talking about that shit yesterday.
Very few big fellas make it. That's why they stick out so ill. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to find your fine line. If you're going to remain and be a big boy and doing what you do, fly nigga with the money, the jewelry, you're going to have to figure out what's going to give you the worldly sex appeal. How the Heavy D do it. You don't look like you're going to be dancing around like Hev. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then you got Big, you got Pun, and who else did you have? Ross. But they're very few.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the marketing. I always worked out, right? But I was on the workout tip of just getting my heart pumping so I could stay alive. When we started doing this, I said, I got to start working out so I could look better on this camera right here.
Because you got to understand, when he first met me, I was 270. And he said, no, same thing he telling you. He said, yo, you my friend, we partners, but my success is going to be tied to you getting your health right and looking good on camera. And this took about 2.5 years, closer to 3.
It wasn't an easy process.
No, it wasn't easy. I was 427.
So
2014.
So you understand.
So, and then I just used the pandemic to reorganize myself. And all I did was walk. And then he introduced me to jogging. So I just started jogging about maybe a couple of weeks ago. And that's really been helping my process. I don't do crazy. I just do it little fat boy style. Just to build the sweat up, to get the heat going.
That's why I've been riding bikes so much, because after the surgery, I can't.
You can't.
Yeah, bro, I'm not doing nothing too strenuous.
How much you think you can lose with the bike, yo?
Oh, you would lose crazy with
Yeah,
the bag.
so they
It's unlimited what you could do with the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Nah, that's. I was just adding on to what he's saying, but Breeze, let them know where you could get your projects at, where they could follow you, and give us a song that represent Breeze 201.
Y'all can find me at Breeze201 Instagram, Breeze201 Twitter, Breeze201 Facebook.
Boom.
iTunes, Google Play, Tidal. You find all my music videos, Spotify. Shit, you go in that Google box, put Breeze201, you're going to find everything you want to find. And song-wise, I don't know, because everything be different. But they could go fuck with that Money Mitch right now, though.
All right.
Shit, Money Mitch is ringing right now. Go click the song on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, video, iTunes, Tidal, YouTube, Vimeo, all that.
If you doing that, because you mentioned Narcos as one. If you're doing a Money Mitch record, you got to do a Carlos Leda record. You know who Carlos Leda is?
I heard the name, but I don't know his
I'm
story.
gonna send you something on it. That nigga he was making $30 million a day while doing a podcast on an island with porno bitches sucking his dick. This was in the 80s.
This nigga was the man.
And he's German and Colombian. Like real German. He was into Hitler and all that shit.
This is 50. Breeze 201. ESSO. Heineken. We out of here.
Yo.